Well, when we talk about gender equality, traditionally people would tend to think along the line that it's 50-50 kind of thing, whatever the male have, the female should have, something like that. But for us, actually in Malaysia, we don't look at gender equality as 50-50. We look at addressing the needs. So if the needs is there, then it is not about, okay, for instance, I always give example of, let's say, this bathroom or toilet. We always see in the shopping mall, women's toilet is always a long queue, but male's toilet is rather empty kind of thing. And that means the needs is different because of anatomy, because of the way how they dress. They need more space as compared to male. So in that sense, 50-50 is not equality. If we need to adjust in space, which is let's say 70 and 30, and it doesn't in any sense harm anybody and actually improve overall well-being, then we think that is gender equality. Being the ministry that is in charge of women, family and community development, the whole community of that NGOs would actually against us. They think we are not doing enough. They are putting a lot of pressure on us. They want us to do more. But again, they do not understand that me or my organizations being a portion of the government itself is just playing a part. And I would have to convince my counterpart in the line ministry as well. So that is the challenging part is both from the CSO and for me to face my counterpart in line ministries. And in that sense, we all look from different perspectives. The CSO, they're so focused, they look into only all those kind of subject matters. And they don't look at what's the problems that faced by the government, for instance. And whatever that they wanted, when I talked to my counterpart, again, my counterpart would look from another perspective. Because, for instance, if let's say they are let's say they are in charge of security. So we are talking about stateless. Then they said no, that is sovereignty. We don't tolerate all those. And we are talking about human rights. At the same time, we are talking about the state as sovereign. That we don't allow people to in that sense step into our land for whatever reason that are not following some certain sequence kind of thing. So we are always in between kind of thing. And it's challenging, but the most important part is how to communicate, how to understand each other, how to have that kind of capacity building where we know each other better. So in theory, it's easy, but in practice, it's going to be rather challenging. So from time to time, issues to issues, we always face all those kind of situations. We talk about this Goal 5 is very much focused on gender equality itself. But when we talk about gender equality, does that mean that it's only Goal 5? So that is the question that we need to ask ourselves. In Malaysia, we don't think this, when we talk about gender equality, is only about Goal 5. We are thinking, for us, gender equality encompasses actually on the whole 17 goals that we have. When we talk about gender gap, we actually would know that the women are always low when we talk about this female workforce participation. We know that when we talk about poverty, we talk about hunger, we talk about climate change, it is all so relevant, related to women's issues, violence. So therefore, for me, if we talk about gender equality and then we have all those kind of sensitivity on all the goals, then therefore we can achieve SDG. And it is going to be wholesome, because or else whatever that we do is just piecemeal. That's what I wanted to say. In Malaysia, we have a very close working relationship with UNDP. We previously we have gender budgeting, and then we have they assist us to set up gender focal point. And currently, we are engaging with them doing this gender mainstreaming studies, okay, which is to stock take on whichever that we achieve under our national women policy and its action plans, and which is very important to take stock, because we have policy, we have the programs, action plan that we have outlined, but have we achieved what we have achieved? And if we do not, then we need to find out the reason why. And in that sense, UNDP has been always with us, providing us with technical support, which is very crucial. And another thing is recently we have this, we talk about this gender gap, and we are working with this Bangkok Regional Hub, UNDP, on this gender equality seal. And I think this is all the things that we definitely can work together. And up to some certain extent, actually, to work with an international bodies helps a lot. Especially when dealing with my counterpart, other line ministry in the government, because when we talk to our counterpart, sometimes they say, no, it's not convincing enough. But when we have another partner from UNDP or even experts from the UN, then it's more convincing. So in that sense, I think we need each other. Yeah, having them, we can present better. And UN body, UNDP having us, then they can make sure that whichever that we are doing actually is in line with what UN wanted as well. So I think we coexisted very well. We built that whole ecosystem that can make, hopefully, gender equality better in the future.